reference. Okay, let's work out this. Says we determine the domain D of the mapping. G of G is such that x tends to 2x squared minus 1. Now the range is 1, 7, and 15. Okay. Now this literally means G of x is 2x squared minus 1. Okay. Now this is the range. Okay. What it means is that we are moving from, usually this would be, let's call this x and call this y. Okay, let's call this r, range, and G of x is acting on x to produce r. Okay, now we have 1, 7, and 15. Now we have to move from, literally move, x produces, because a function is like a processing unit. G of x here, this is output and this is input. X is the input. Okay, the domain constitutes the input. The output is the range. Okay, now we're moving from the output to the input. All we have to do, in other words, we have to move from domain 1, 7, 15 to we have to move from range to domain, this is R, to domain X. Okay, so now it has to be the inverse of this, G negative, the inverse. Okay, so what will 1 give, what will 7 give, and what will 15 give? We don't know, so work it out. Now literally what we're supposed to do is to find the inverse of G of x. So G of x is 2x squared minus 1. So in working out inverse, G of x becomes x becomes G of x. You see that? But now negative squared minus 1. So we have 2G of x squared equals x plus 1. So we have G of x squared will equal to x plus 1 over 2. See that? So the inverse will be x plus 1 over 2 square root. Okay, now we'll work it out here. Now what is G inverse? Okay, G inverse 1, that is 1 plus 1 all over 2. That gives us 2 over 2 plus or minus 1. See that? So it's plus or minus 1. So we have plus or minus 1. Okay? Now, G inverse of 7, you have 7 plus 1 over 2. That gives us 8 over 2, which is root 4, which is plus or minus 2. So we have plus or minus 2. Okay? Now 15, we have G 15, which is 15 plus 1 all over 2. That gives us 16 over 2, which is square root of 8. Square root of 8 is root 4 times root 2, which is plus or minus 2 root 2. So have plus or minus 2 root 2. Okay? Okay, so the why the range is, why the range R is 1, 7, 15. Range domain is negative 1 plus or minus 1. Plus or minus 1. Domain is plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, and plus or minus 2 root 2. Thank you very much.